Hi, my name is Leslie Hastings, and welcome to video number 5 in the Law of Attraction for Weight Loss series. If you just watched video number 4, take a deep breath. Whew, you just survived probably the worst of it. Those were some pretty intense issues, and if you suffer from any of them, I hope that you were able to muddle through on that and come out with some things that'll work for you. In this video, I would like to talk about the list and give you a few affirmations to work on. We'll start with some things that are very, very general. I will give you the ones I used in the beginning. I'll also talk a little bit about mindful eating and some other tips I think I'll give you, and we'll just keep this one a little bit light. Now, when you talk about changing beliefs, there is a tendency for people to take too big of a jump. They want to say, okay, my old belief was food is bad, food makes me fat, and I'll never lose weight again, to food is good, food is my friend, I'm thin and beautiful. Huge jumps, huge jumps. And quite frankly, the mind doesn't buy it. So the key, especially in the beginning, when you're just starting this process, is to pick things that are very general and very soft, things that your mind will not argue with. You know, it has even been scientifically proven that affirmations that are too diametrically opposed to what we currently believe actually cause resistance and stress in the body. They're actually bad for us. So if you're trying to jump from I am a worthless piece of garbage to I am thin and beautiful and sexy, like that, it's actually going to cause more resistance in your vibration and keep you even more stuck than if you had done nothing. So here are a few of them that I used in the beginning, and these really work for me. Now, the time to use these is when some of those thoughts on your list start coming to the surface and you recognize that they're going on. The whole key with lining up with the energy of the universe is to catch ourselves before we start going into the pit of despair. So when you notice you're thinking thoughts like, oh, I'm really fat and life is horrible and I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this, all those things, you catch yourself saying that now that you're thinking about what you think about. These are softer things you can substitute. So the first one I used was, wouldn't it be nice if, and fill in the blank. Wouldn't it be nice to find something really great? Wouldn't it be nice to find a process that finally worked for me? Wouldn't it be great to be able to get into my skinny jeans again someday? Wouldn't it be awesome for my husband to think I'm sexy again? But wouldn't it be nice, or wouldn't it be cool if is soft, because it just opens up a possibility. Okay, so fill in the blank with whatever you want. And if nice isn't a good word for you, use cool, hip, awesome, fabulous, wonderful, terrific, whatever you want, whatever makes you feel better, because it softens the resistance to the negative thoughts. The next one I used all the time was, everything I eat turns to health and beauty. Or, everything I eat turns to love and light. Or, everything I eat is metabolized into energy and I feel great. Okay? So this is saying to your body, we're going to look at food differently now. Okay? We're going to make friends with food. But we're not trying to take too big of a jump. We're not trying to jump up the ladder 5 rungs, because that doesn't work. The mind will only argue with those things. So health and beauty, love and light, turns to energy and burns quickly. All those things are soft, and they're actually things that your mind can actually believe. Okay? So that's another one. Everything I eat turns to, boom. And a lot of times, the best time to say those things are before you eat, while you eat and after you eat. Okay, when food is right in front of you, it's sort of a blessing. Okay, just saying we're going to become friends. Finally, we are going to become friends. And I'm going to stop fighting you and hating you and feeling guilty about you and all of those other things. Now, here's another one that was very effective for me. My body knows what to do. And it does. I'm telling you, your body does know what to do. My body knows what to do to help me achieve my perfect weight. My body knows what to do to help me achieve my perfect weight. And if you just start with those three, every time this negativity comes up, you will begin to feel a shift inside. It will feel like a softening. It will feel like a sigh. Okay? And it starts the miracle. All right? It starts the miracle. The problem most people have with affirmations is they try to get too specific too soon, and the mind doesn't buy it. All right? If I'm say normally I am fat and ugly and worthless, and all of a sudden I stand in front of the mirror and say I am thin and beautiful and sexy, my mind goes, no, you're not. I'm not buying this. Who do you think you are? Where did you come up with this? Blah, 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 blah. And that's where all that stress comes in, is trying to take too big of a jump, trying to do something that is the polar opposite. So affirmations need to be done in increments. We need to find things that resonate with us. So as you're playing with these in the beginning, choose words that resonate with you. If my words don't work, come up with words on your own that will work for you, and you'll know because your whole body will go, oh yeah, I can buy that. And you will notice that your mind's not arguing with you. That's when you know you're on the right track. Okay, let's talk about eating. As long as we're doing a couple of affirmations while we're eating, let's talk about paying attention to what we're eating while we're eating it. If you're caught up in a food addiction, as I was, half the time I didn't even taste what was in front of me. In fact, after it was gone, I sometimes didn't even remember that I'd eaten it. It's like, did I eat the whole bag of potato chips or just half of them? What happens is we get caught up in these emotions and thoughts, and we're not paying attention to what's right in front of us. So kind of like, if you've really got something on your mind and you drive from point A to point B, you get to point B and you can't even remember getting there. We do this a lot with food. And so this is a little tip, all right? It's a little bit of a behavior thing, not just a thought thing, but it's to pay attention to what you're eating. First way to do this is to not have a lot of distractions during a meal, okay? If you're watching television while you're eating, you won't taste your food. If you're working on your computer while you're eating, you won't taste your food. You won't be paying attention. So the key to mindfulness, number one, is do one thing at a time. The second thing is pay attention to what's in front of you, okay? What are you eating? Is it a salad? Is it a steak? Is it a Big Mac? What does it taste like? Slow down a little bit and really look at what you're doing. Enjoy the food that's in front of you. We live in the richest country in the world, and we are so blessed by so much, and we take that for granted. I mean, we're one of the few countries that have an obesity problem because we have so much excess. We're really actually very fortunate to live here. There are people who are starving to death. Thank God that's not our problem. Really? You think weight gain is bad? Try starving to death. So pay attention to what you're eating and realize that food is a gift, and living in this country is a gift. To have so much available to us. Walk into a grocery store and look at the abundance of things we have to choose from. But start paying attention. Just eat things separately. Savor the bite. See if you can identify the flavors, identify the spices. Just slow down a little bit and notice what you're doing. Again, we're trying to slow the mind down. And if you do one thing at a time and really focus on what's in front of you, you may find that you don't even want what's there. Because half the time when you're doing emotional eating, it really doesn't even matter what the food is. You're just eating to stuff a feeling. So sit and eat, notice the food, notice what feelings come up for you, and just pay attention. And again, this puts you on the right track.